Microsoft have just launched Apple CarPlay support for Microsoft Teams. So at Practical 365, we're going to give it a test drive. Support for Microsoft Teams while you're driving is something that was promised a few years ago with a car mode for Microsoft Teams. However, it never arrived, and with good reason. You can't use your phone with your hands while you're driving the car. However, the new support for Teams in Apple CarPlay is something altogether different, because this means that you can use Microsoft Teams without touching your phone at all. Now, there is in the demo a display of showing your meetings, showing your chats. So you get a home page for Microsoft Teams in the client itself. If you hit that in the client, you don't get that on screen at all. Unfortunately, you just get the option to call somebody. And you can do that with Siri as well, because you can just say, call Steve Goodman on Teams.
Which one? Steve Goodman or Steve Goodman? Calling now with Teams.
And then tap on the screen the one that you want. So when I'm using Microsoft Teams normally when I'm driving, then that's usually in a situation where I'm doing something like the school run and I've got to stay on a call and maybe drive about half an hour, 15 minutes either way. But I use it in a very, very different way. So what I usually do is I'll pick up my mobile while I'm sitting at the desk at home. I'll switch off Wi-Fi so I don't lose connectivity as I leave the home. And I'll then transfer the call to my mobile from the desktop. Once I've done that, I'll get in the car and I'll just allow Bluetooth to do its thing as I move into the car, pop it on its charging dock and be in the meeting. I won't need to do anything else. And the Bluetooth connectivity part deals with allowing me to press mute and so on in the meeting as I need. So does this give me anything more? Like, I know that I've got 2 meetings that I've scheduled to be in. Can I get into those? Because I can't see them in the client. I can't look at them while I'm stopped in the new Apple CarPlay support. All I can do is ask it to do things. So let's ask it whether I can join these 2 meetings that I have in the calendar ready to join. Siri, join my next meeting.
You have 1 meeting. All day the 31st of October, 2021, British summertime ends.
Okay, that's not my meeting. Okay, what are my meetings?
You have 6 upcoming appointments. Here are the first 3. All day the 5th of November, 2021, Guy Fawkes Night.
What are my Teams meetings?
I didn't find any appointments about Teams.
Okay, that's kind of weird. So already I've tried to join my meeting and I need to pull over and stop. So it turns out, after having a look, it has no access to your Teams meetings at all. So pressing the screen button here does nothing. Siri, when's my next meeting?
Your next appointment today is at 2100 hours. It's called Review Call.
Join my next Teams meeting.
I didn't find any meetings about Teams in the next 3 months.
Join my next meeting.
You have 1 meeting. At 2100 hours, review call.
Join my next meeting using Teams.
I didn't find any meetings about Teams in the next 3 months.
Well, I think we've established one thing, which is I can do a few things with Teams, but I can't do a lot. Let's just say it's not quite what you might expect, but it's something, you know. Let's try one last thing. Send a Teams message to Steve Goodman.
Sorry, Teams hasn't added support for that with Siri.
Okay.
Okay.
Siri, check my Teams
I'm
message.
listening.
Check my Teams messages.
Teams hasn't added support for that with Siri.
Check my notifications in Teams.
7 notifications from Teams.
Read them. Okay, so I'm just going to say, leave it a little bit. It's not quite there yet. It says you've got support for Teams from the build from the 31st of August. That's what I've got installed, but it's not there yet. It is literally
Who would you like to call?
just a Siri button, and that voice is getting pretty annoying. No.